Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bateman here with the first of 3 videos that are a long time coming. If at all you are not helped by our weekly intel videos, when I'm just describing it and working my way around the map with the cursor, we're gonna put out a video for each sector with all the intel on it and have it broken up so you can go right to the intel you need for that week. So this is the Sector 1 video. And Sector 1, Intel 1 is the nodes at Ancient Harbor. Starting right outside the bridge at Ancient Harbor. Don't forget to check for landmines before you cross it inside a raid. I did these intels in free roam, so there won't be visible panels, but I will show where they are. And as you can see here, I'm showing all 4 nodes that you have to hit. There's between 6 and 8 nodes on this island at Ancient Harbor, so sometimes you can get lost and find the wrong ones. You just gotta remember it's the group closest to the entrance. Now all these bases were done using being as stealthy as I could when when you don't have to clear out the base. Doing as little as possible, collecting as little intel as possible, and still being able to get by. The idea is to try and help you guys get through the raid as fast as you can, as fast as we can help. So, the intel may not tell you to go directly where we do, as I passed the first node. But I promise you these are intels that can be skipped. And although I did do it off the top of my head, I double checked to make sure that it was right afterwards. So, second node is in the bush right underneath. And the third one and the fourth one are going to be on this other tier up top here. So, one person obviously to each node. Put your hands on all at the same time. Only kill the people you have to kill. Don't worry about the rest of the base. And you can throw your hands on there and everybody can make their way out the front. And that's the nodes at Ancient Harbor. So, if I say this is the intel in the video and you're not sure what to do, you can just look this up and go straight to this intel. Sector 1, Intel 2, the panels at Ancient Harbor. Now, this one's slightly more difficult, but not extremely. I do have my throw build on, so it's a little easier for me. I'm going to ping these real quick. One is inside that left, not pillbox, but a little metal shack. There's one down in front on that makeshift rock wall. So one in the back inside the falling apart building with the trees in it, and there's one on the porch of the cabin. Now these can all be technically taken care of from out here. As you're going to see here, I'm going to throw this, come up short with the first one. After, obviously you can take out the bottom one with the sniper rifle. Or a regular gun even. But if you want to avoid alerting the base, they are going to alert once you explode the first panel anyway. But they'll only be suspicious, they won't see you quite yet. The throw build can make it all the way up to that porch. Right there. No, or you could just go into the base and actually hit them. There is a view up here where you can hit the other two with a sniper rifle. I'm going to show real quick. The one inside the building, right through that door. You can take care of that, and then there is a way to hit that other one right over the wall. As you can see, I'm aiming in just the wrong spot there, but it's not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is head up to the front side of the bridge and chuck an EMP back in there. Now you can use anything explosive basically to get back there. You could even use a C4 on your teammate's drone. Very helpful. Also have a video on that in case anybody wants to check that out, where you just toss a C4 onto your teammate's drone and they fly it over and let you know when they're close, and then you blow it up right when they're next to it. As you can see, that'll take a couple throws to get if, you know, you suck as bad as I do. But ultimately it's effective and you don't have to go into the base for it. So that's it for Intel 2. Sector 1 Intel 3 is the satellite dish panels. Now we call these north, south, east, and west, even though they're slightly off the directionals. I'm going to show the way that we go in there because you have to watch out for the landmines. So you want to turn in by the tree farthest down towards the intersection. When you get to the satellite dish, don't forget to mark the nodes and the panels and even the snipers before you start shooting. That way you know the panels are down and you can take out the snipers if you have to. But if you don't mark the panels, you don't know when they're down. If you do mark them, obviously, as long as you're close enough or zoomed in enough to see it, little panel HUD will go away. And one of the best spots to pull up is on the side up here. And some weeks it's one gun on critical, some weeks it's two. When it's two, you're best off using a sniper rifle. Again, there's no panels in free roam. I'm just going to do my best to mark where they are. Definitely one there. No, there's one up here. We call that the north one. East is right over here. And then south, I believe it's back right there. Not where I'm about to ping, but right where I'm pointing now. So, obviously, I'll show real quick. Just shooting it with the sniper rifle. You can hit that, no problem. That one you could probably get a view of. This one you could definitely get a view of. When you can't get a view of it, and I learned this the hard way last time, if you're going to use a rocket launcher, make sure those ferns in that bush are not right in front of you because they will explode your rocket and kill you. But just hit the bottom right underneath it and where the rocket, and it's effective, and that unlocks Baal. So, Sector 1 Intel 4 is the satellite dish node with the poster. This one starts over at the heliport. There's 3 intels to get here. Well, there's 4, but you only have to get 3. The first one is going to be an interrogation. The second one will be an intel, usually in the corner right where I'm pointing now. Sometimes in the building. But the third one is the building on the left of the bridge there. That door is not open. So you gotta fly the drone right through the window there and use it to spot the intel right there. So after you do that, now you have to make your way back over the satellite dish, what we do is we split up. Either 2 and 2 or 3 can come over here and one person can really get the satellite dish. It's not that big a deal. So, don't ask me why I'm going through all this to get over there. But this one on the side of the node that faces the road, I will show it with my drone when I get there. It's one of the newer ones. It has a poster with Uncle Sam that says, "I want you for U.S. Army." You know, the iconic, everybody knows the poster. Even if you're not American. So, you know, always make sure to take the difficult way up to the bases. Obviously, there's less patrols in the woods now that there's no motorcycle guys sitting around everywhere, so. It also helps using a lot of stealth when you're driving around. It makes it a lot harder when you're driving past people for them to spot you in time as the driver. So now the node that we are looking for is right above the control room. There it is. There will be a poster there. It's a good way to check if that's the right intel for the week. And if it is, I mean, you can check that right off the start. Your drone could probably travel that far from the spawn. I know that and the Smokey node are the ones that I check as soon as I spawn in, because they're the only two you could really know for sure. I will make black box videos, but they're going to make one video with the locations for every base instead of stuffing it in here, since there's already enough information in these 3 videos anyway. So now if you're over here alone and you send 3 people over to get the intel, while they're gathering the intel, you have time to sneak in here as stealthy as possible. Use your sync shots. Take your time. Usually being stealthy and taking your time is still faster than ending up having to clear the entire base. So I can't stress enough how helpful the automatic marking is in this raid especially. Obviously I'm on free roam so you can see the red dots, but it's a game changer, especially when you're doing a base like this. You know, it's like all the people around this node. This is not a protect, it's just a password node. So as soon as they get the intel, the 3rd intel, and consult it, you will be clear to enter the password on this node, and then head right over to Baal. So, Sector 1 Intel 5 is the pipeline node, aka fishing village. This one, another one where you can spread out. Only takes 1 person to go to the fishing village. The other 3 can head right over to the pipeline. That way, maximum efficiency. Sectors aren't too big that somebody can't get over to pick someone up if they're alone and they die. So, it's not that big a deal. So, if you drive right off the edge over here, this is over by the skipped forward, it's over by the satellite dish. literally right across from the fisherman's village. Oh, jeez. Gotta love the Jeep controls. Right across from the fisherman's village, there's a boat. And obviously these SAM sites aren't in the raid. But, nice fast boat. Take it right over to the cottage there on that small island. And I'll just take a ride over there and show you guys the exact placement for the intel. Now, especially in Sector 1, but anywhere in the raid, if you're getting out of the water anywhere, especially on rocks, be careful. The game's been getting stuck lately. So now as soon as you grab this clipboard intel, it's going to be a picture that's of the pipelines as hell. Or it's going to be a picture that says hell. So that'll, once you consult that, that'll unlock the node at the pipeline. If you got 3 quick teammates, they'll have made their way up the pipeline to pretty close to, if not ready to hit the node. One person can make their way up there while 2 people sync shot, or, I mean, 3 people with sync shots can take out this whole base pretty easily. And especially if you enter right from back over here, so you don't get spotted as soon as before you get out of the water. I apologize that the Sector 1 video got a lot of downtime and travel time built in. I managed to cut down on that in the other 2. So I won't feel the need to talk as much in the voiceovers, because I won't have the time. I know you're all saying thank God. So now I'm relying on the automatic marking as I get up here. I didn't even use my drone. I haven't in a while, because with the 65 meters I have built up between the gun, the 6th Sense perk, and the pants. I believe it's the gown pants. Or not the gown pants, the gown chest piece. Take a couple shots there that alerted them. And just make a run for it and get that node. And most of the time, you want to know where the generator is. You want to be able to take it out. Because one thing will kill you in a critical raid, and when you're clearing the base, is turrets, that's for sure. So as you climb up, this one's a little more of a pain without helicopters, but Intel, Node, Baal. Sector 1 Intel 6 is the Heliport Node with the intel at the shipwreck first. The shipwreck, as you can see, I'm coming from the pipeline, but if you're coming the other way, you pass out Baal, or go right by the bivouac area, and you'll see 2 ships rusted out, just hanging out over here, and a little rock in between them. This one has been giving people trouble when they get out of their boats. When you step up onto the rocks, there's a tendency to get stuck, so try to get out on the lowest part possible. And you'll see a cell phone right on top here. And again, this one you can split up. People can get the intel while two or three go over and do this. This is a stealth base. You do not have to clear this whole base for this particular situation. Just take out the guys behind and in the building, as I'm going to try and do here. And you just have to hit the password at the node on top of the building. That'll easily unlock the Baal fight and allow you to get out of there and move on. Again, it helps to have a teammate here with you for Overwatch, especially to take out the snipers in Sector 2 side. I've seen those guys take out Robin a helicopter from halfway across the sector. Those snipers got some skills. And every week when I do the intel video, I will give the numbered intel and build in a link to each sector video as I'm going through that sector on the map in the shorter version of the video. So you can click on the Sector 1 video and then click on the intel you need to go to. And as long as I can get it to work, theoretically it'll be pretty handy for anybody who needs it. Now the location's right there. Where right there is the generator, and in the corner where I just showed, and then back up here in the shed are the 3 spots where it would be. That comes in handy to know as well, in case you get the turrets all riled up. But now I have everybody out of the building. Just go ahead and jump down. And if you do it right, you can have that done and be waiting up here for when they get and consult the intel at the shipwreck. And you can smack this node, and you guys are ready to go face Baal. Sector 1, Intel 7, Smokey node. Here we go back to the heliport. This is another one of a couple intels that you can tell right away. As long as it's not darkest night, which it was last time. So you can take a look over that direction, and you will be able to see the smoke in the sky, separate from the volcano smoke. So when you're going through this, obviously you want to take out the generator, you want to take out pretty much, not pretty much, you do want to take out this whole base before you hack this node. You want to have someone standing in front of and facing the main gate for the vehicles that come in. And you want to have someone, unless they're really brave, they can go stand in the corner where everybody spawns. The best view is up top here, right across. And as you can see, after I kill these guys, as soon as the node is hacked, there'll be 4 guys that spawn in this back corner back here. 3 to the left of the rubble right there, and 1 to the right there. After that, right there'll be a guy that spawns right there. 4 that spawn right up in this general area underneath the tent, and immediately after that, the first vehicle will come down, and it'll park over here if it makes it that far. Hopefully your person at the gate stopped it. Almost immediately after that, 2 drones will spawn right there. A thrown EMP at the right time will stop them from being able to even take off. 2 guys will spawn there, and then the entire cycle will repeat itself again. After that node is done hacking, again, you're ready to go fight Baal. It's not that bad if you're organized. Sector 1 Intel 8. Last but not least, the 3 panels at the Baal. Well, the chemical refinery, which is the Baal base. Now, I didn't include the Intel, well, the non-Intel Intel where you go straight to the boss, because, I mean, if you need a visual aid for that, there's really nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry. But again, here I'm using my throw build. Usually split up, I come up top, or someone comes up top, and the first panel is up against that back wall in there. And if you have your other 3 people go in from the bivouac side, you can take out the first and second panel. Second one will be right there. And then they can take out that third one on their way in by hand, so as not to alert the base, or if you already have, then they can just blow it up and get in there. But as you can see, I'm just going to throw an EMP into the window. You don't even necessarily need the gloves for a lot of these throws. If you use just the explosives expert perk, that still gives you a plus 60% throw distance. So it is pretty big, noticeable difference. Now, when they're alerted, that guy is almost always up there, so I like to sing shot him before I go down, and they call for backups, because reinforcements spawn in the corner right below where I'm about to base jump down, and you don't want to get shot out of the sky. So the second one can also be shot from up here. You just have to see it from the smoke. Just be careful when you're pushing up here, because those snipers to the right on the steps can see you. So just give it a toss down there. You'll see the turret go out when it hits it. Now you'll see that with the panels as well when you get it. And the last one will be right there. You can actually hit it from up here if your teammates aren't in the vicinity yet. And if you are going to base jump directly into the circle from up here, make sure you have all of your boss fight build and everything else ready to go. You want to have that stuff on. Okay, so that is going to cover the panels at Baal and all of the intels. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope the other 2 will be as well. Don't forget to check them out every week if you need them, and we hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys.